Okay, let's see. Funny, 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 funny. Okay, so let me see. I think we're good here. Trying to install some software, updates to the software. Let's see where we at. Where we at? Are we all good on here? Kind of switch this. This is a mess, but hey, don't look at the mess. This is what I'm working on today. This is my shop today. Mm. So let's see. Um, think maybe able to see it better this way. I'm gonna get my rear end here in the shot for quick. Oh, perfect. Okay, so we're gonna be cutting this. This needs to go that way, and this goes over here. And this is what I'm gonna be using for this. And I misplaced the rubber clip again. It's like every time I can't. I need to find a specific place where that thing is gonna sit every single time because I misplaced it. Okay, okay, okay. Let's do this. Pa-pa-pa-ra-pam-pa-ra-pam. I'll put this over here. I don't know what I do with it. Oh, here we go. Found it. Okay, so I'm gonna put this here, this over here, and I'm gonna raise the blade because that's too long. Yeah, I'm gonna raise the blade. this over. A bit more this close. There we go. And power this thing on. There it goes. Okay, so that's that. Now I gotta take this material and put it in my CNC. Follow me that way. Anyway, some of the ladies on the neighborhood that are going around and talking and talking. Let's see if I can get this thing changed here. CNC. There we go. So now I'm gonna put this material here in the CNC. Okay, so I don't need any more of this. So this goes here. This goes so got enough. Maybe put a one over here. I'll put one of this. Let's put one of that. This one goes. Take this out of here. I don't need these two like this here. That's good. And I can take this one out. Okay, and then I'm gonna need to bring this one right here. You guys are not seeing what I'm doing, but not that you want to see me. I'm here like rear end, rear end up in the air. That goes there. That goes there. This is good. This is good. Um, this, this is trash. Uh, that should be enough clamps for this thing. Okay, we're doing. We're gonna put this puppy. Let's clean this side. So this is the clean side. Let's use this side. Okay. Okay, here we go. Now we're working. Now we're talking. Okay, perfect. So right there. And then we're gonna clamp this puppy. Gonna put a lot of clamps. Uh, no way. Okay, here we go. Okay, bring this thing over. Laser just got turned on. I'm doing a laser update to the laser software library. And I guess it just finished. That way, powers on the laser automatically. Automatically. Here we go. Okay, automatically. So what I'm using here, this is 3/4 inch Baltic birch plywood. This amazing material. This piece is 17 by 48. Now let's go to the design phase. Switch software here. That's not what I need. Let's see if I can move you here so you guys can see more of the material. There you go. There's the whole sheet. And I want to do this because that basically works by itself, whereas I need the rest of this job, things I'm going to be doing today, have to be actively engaged. This I can make the machine start working on its own. Okay, so let's see. File, open, and I think the A10. Can't remember if I that's how. Oh, tail. DMTL flashes. Here we go. So what's that? If that's the 10 or the right there, 10, A10, and so we're gonna go here. First of all, let's change my material. My material is height 17 inches by 48 inches. Okay, and it is that thickness correctly. Yep. So I can do four here. That I need to do four of each. So let's start with the A10. So let's get rid of all this here. Delete all that. The C130s, we're gonna get them out of here. Half of them. The other half we're gonna keep. Okay, now here, toolpath. I have no toolpath? No way. Okay, that's easy. We can create them. Let's start with this. So let's get rid of. I'm gonna then get rid of all them. Then so these are my two paths. So first of all, let's ungroup this, and then we're gonna take draw these things separately. Okay, let's group that, and then I'm gonna group that. And I'm gonna group this. Plus the other one I'm gonna group. And then all those are gonna move it to a layer. Why, wait, what happened here? Why this didn't move up? Let's go group this one again. That needs to group. Okay, here we go. So that, this, and that. We're gonna move that to a layer. So we're gonna create a new layer, and we're gonna call this layer graphics. Graphics, graphics. That's where everything is. I'll go here, move selection to that layer, and then I don't want to see that layer. Bam, that's it. Okay, now here we're gonna start with this. Gonna click this, this, all that, and the other. All that we're gonna have gonna be done with a 20 degree. So where's my tool path? We're gonna do a contour. Yes, we're gonna do a contour. The current selection. We're gonna use the V. Gonna use the 20 degree. Mm, that's all good there. We're gonna 2.5 millimeters in. Yes, we're gonna do this on the no offset. We're leaving no tabs. No the tabs on this one. Mhm. Select. Good. Then we're gonna go select this one, which is the outside, and we're gonna do contour. And we're gonna use the 1/8. Yes. We're gonna start at 0. We're gonna go to 20. Let me verify. I think it's 19 point something. Whatever the thickness of the material is. Okay. 0 this. I'm just using my detail caliper to measure this. And it says it is 17.6. So let's call it at 18. That saves me some time there. But 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18. Okay, okay, 18, 18. We're gonna cut on the outside. We're gonna leave some tabs. The tabs are gonna be um make it 8 by 3. Yes. Pam 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 pam. Also good there. Okay. Now let's make some tabs. So we go back to design. Click here. I like to make the tabs on the flat areas because they're just easier to clean. Okay. And then with that done, then I take this, I take the whole thing, Control C, Control V, and rotate it 180, 180, done. But now what did happen? Okay, here we go. Everything all over again. Okay. Oh no, oh no, no, no. Let me just do this. So, there we go. Now let's do 180 now. Okay, done. Now, and take this, gonna merge them so they're all together. Okay. And I'm gonna do the same with this one. Move this one over. Select this one, merge them all. Move this one over a little bit and up. Okay. Take this, move it over. Okay. Okay. Then take this one here, get down. That's I think that's really good there. Take the, take them both. And I tell them to get centered this way. Okay. Good. And then I take them both again. Control C, Control V, and I place them over here. I'm gonna take them and put them closer this way, about there. Okay. So then I gotta, uh-oh, well, there we go. Now I gotta take each one. We need to center this way, center this way. Good. So that's what we're gonna be cutting today. So then I'll go okay. Okay, let's do my two path and then my other two path. Let's show me a simulation. Good. So my tab should be here. Done. Okay, so this is taking 140 minutes. That's not what I want to do. So let's go back to design first and click here. And the material is 17.7. Okay, that's the first thing. Go here. Um, see what the speeds are this. We're gonna do 3. We're gonna plunge at 400. We're gonna plug to this at 1200. Yeah. And we're gonna go, okay. Now it should drop quite a bit here. Half an hour, that's decent. This one, the same. We're gonna go take a look here. That's good. Let's go up 300 here. And let's go to 1000 here. Let's go to 800. 800 here. Okay. Okay. Oh, see like that. This is what I don't want. This gotta be 2.5. See, this is why you have to look at these things over and over again. 2.5, 20 degree. That's all good. Yeah. And then we go over here, take a look at this one. Coming down, 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 down. Oh, it's all good this time. This one we are ignoring. So yeah. Okay, so that's the first one we're gonna run. Materials is already in place. So I gotta load the VBit and start with this process. So I'm gonna disable this one. So I can, we're gonna do the shapes right there. Take the two path. We're gonna save because I got pro. And you haven't seen none of this. Oh my goodness. I am dumb as a rock. Okay, here we go. So what did I do? Because I've been talking here and you have not been seeing it. So I took the shape and I created some paths. So the first two paths I created was this one. So I selected what I did, I select one, not all of them. And then I did one and then I just copy paste them. So I selected all these shapes around here. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use a 20-degree V-bit to kind of mark that. It's just gonna do like a little outline of those shapes. And so that's what is here. When I click here, you will see it's doing a 20-degree. I'm going 2.5 millimeters deep. No offset, that means it's gonna cut right in the middle of that line, not to the left, not to the right. And then here more specifics. I'm plunging, I'm doing this at 2.7 at a time. Depth, I can probably do the full depth, but I'm not gonna risk it. Uh, 300 to 800. And then click that, that's good. And then the other second one, which is this one here, is just the outside shape. This is what's gonna cut them out of the piece of wood. We're using the 1/8 of an inch. We're gonna plunge at 3 millimeters per pass. And this is my other sets. I'm gonna be using a compression bit for that. And this is not all this, and this one is gonna cut on the outside. So I want to make sure that it's the full width, not I reduce by anything. Okay. So the first thing I gotta do is I'm gonna do that path. So I'm gonna do two paths. And what are we doing? I'm gonna just call it today's date, first cut. So today's the 13th, so we're talking 25, 10, 13. Cut one of the day. Okay. Save. Then I'm gonna bring my CNC software. Today is a beautiful day. It's only 77 degrees. Only 77. I have to say that. Only 77. It's crazy that. Okay, let me see if I can. My clock, a wall clock is off by 10 minutes, so I don't know. This is not the remote control. We got like a bunch of them. Gonna set. That's good. That's good. And then this is where we're gonna go up to 58. Okay, 20, 25, month 10, day 3. Yes, it's a Monday. Good. We're done. It was off by quite a bit. Okay, it was off by like 10 minutes. No wonder the wife was complaining on me being late. Okay, anyway, load a file. Um, this is it, today's date. Open that file. That's it. Bam. That's what we're going to be cutting on. So let's first of all, we need to set up the Z. Get my 20-degree bit right here. We're going to bring this to my XYZ0. I think it's saved. Now it will let me know. Yep, it's off. We'll tell it to go home. To come home. Let's tell him to go home. I'm going to bring you in with my okay. So the first thing I'm gonna do a Z check. I'm gonna let right where it's at, another Z, an XYZ check. I'll put this here. Okay, we're gonna bring it into that position, which means I'm gonna move it over this way a couple times. Okay, we're gonna go down here, go back. Oh, it's too much. Okay, that's good there. We're gonna do XYZ with a 3-1 step. Good. Probe. Run this. Get this there. Machine is gonna do its thing. So a I bought a blade sharpening kit, and that's one thing I'm gonna, if I have time today, among all the other things I want to do, I'm gonna see if I can get to do a little box for it because it gave me the in a cardboard box, which everything would fit nicely in the cardboard box. I'm thinking maybe I can do a wooden box. I mean, why would I not do a wooden box? I'm the wooden guy, so I might work into that somehow here. The next through day, along with all the other actual projects that I need to do. So the next thing I'm gonna do here is after I get this machine cutting, I'm gonna set up to do a I'm gonna set up to do a what do you call that thing? To paint, to do some uh do clear coat on two pieces of work that I have. That way I can move on to the next stage on that. So this is good. I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna leave this bit right here because I'm gonna use it in a little bit. So we're gonna go down here. Okay, and I'm gonna try to do a Z check only. That's good. Okay, let me cancel this. Let me move it over a little bit. Grab it there. Probe. There we go. Okay. Discharge. I have such amazing here that it's not even funny. Okay, so I'm gonna take this out. Take this out. That's it. Okay. So now I can tell it to go back to XYZ. Perfect. I'm gonna put the dust shoe. Okay. And that's gonna start getting cut here in a sec. And what we're gonna do, make sure I got everything else I need set up right. So I've been working. You guys know that I've been working on my Chevy Louvre and running into some complications. I'm not gonna say much about it right now. I'm waiting for some things. If it doesn't pan out, then I will bring up what happened. But in short, some parts are missing off an order, and I'm waiting for them to make it this way. And some of the parts are here will continue. The part doesn't make it within a reasonable time, then I will talk about that specifically. Okay, so this is good. We're doing four materials there, and we're gonna turn on. I gotta turn on this. Gotta turn on this other thing over here. Okay, so that's good. Turn on the vacuum, dust collector, um, and let's do it. Start. Okay, there he goes. Barely touching. Good. See how that goes. So one thing that I've been getting into lately is on using hand tools. And I don't know if I mentioned it on another one, but I've been on a bike fence. It's almost crazy. I really never, before this, I was like, yeah, hand tools, whatever. But kind of try a couple and got hooked. So I went from having no hand tools. I want to say hand tools like hand planes. I had hand tools, but went from having no hand planes. My dad, back in April, somewhere around there, he sent me March, April. He sent me a old uh, Stanley, an old Stanley 60 number five. I think it's dated in the 60s. Um, and so, so it's the modern, so to call Stanleys with a plastic handle. And I mean, for what I do, I think it's good enough. Anyway, the thing is that I got that. I don't know if there you saw, but I did a little restoring video. I did that restoration, and after doing that, I got hooked. I really like it. I mean, they're very useful for some specific things, and I so went and saved some pennies and ordered myself a little shoulder plane as my second from a company called Tate Tools, small family-owned company, and I got that tool from them. And after that, I went and ordered. I bought myself. Oh no! And then actually, before I did that, I had to find someone that was selling some hand tools, and I got a little block plane, Stanley, also modern Stanley block plane, which is okay. It's not a really nothing to really call home about, but it's a basic block plane from Stanley, modern one, G12 60. So it's a modern day 60 type or model 60, and so I have. And then the other day on Saturday, I had my daughter who lives in the Phoenix area to buy me a. She went and bought me to buy me a shoulder block plane from a company called Rockler. You guys probably know about Rockler. So I had a. She bought me a Rockler block plane, block shoulder plane or block rabbiting. Not shoulder, block rabbiting plane. I think they call it the carriage maker plane. And with that, I went and ordered a set of sharpening stones, and I've been working on sharpening the blades. So that makes it four hand planes I have on hand. The shoulder plane from Take Tools, the old Stanley number five, the old I think 60s, and modern modern uh, Stanley block plane number 60, and this other one is basically a 60 with that can do rabbit. And so I got those. And today I should be getting
a number 4.5 uh, smoothing plane from a company called Wood River, which is probably the most expensive one that I've bought so far. And then I also ordered, in having that confirmation, some a pair of planes to include a low angle jack plane number 62. Low angle 62 um, and a better block plane number 60 or 60 and a half from a company, well, the brand, I should say. The brand they are a brand called Melbourne Tool Company. Melbourne, as in Melbourne, Australia, Australia that they are designing Australia, not necessarily built in Australia. Uh, but that should be right. And then I lost was looking at a sale over the weekend on the marketplace, eBay or whatever it was, one of those little marketplaces. I think it was Craigslist, and there was a number seven, uh, um, seven. I'm gonna need it here because there's a big job. But if I don't get the joiner, if I don't find one in the marketplace in the next couple of days, either the Stanley one or the um, what do you call it, or the Grizzly branded one. I don't know. I just don't feel like gonna use that much. That's why I was looking for a used one. The price was really good, but I couldn't get the score. So if anybody knows here in the Tucson, Phoenix area, or anywhere else where you're at, of a used number 7 joint jointer plane, preferably an old Stanley, but I will take anything at this point. Will please let me know. Maybe I will consider buying it. The way I can have that is the last big hand tool that I need, and I actually need it for a job that I'm going to be doing here in the next uh, probably couple of weeks. I mean, you will see me doing that job. It's a big squadron patch for one of the local military units, and I gotta make that thing in walnut and maple, and it's about 36 inch diameter. So it's big, or much bigger than what I normally do, I guess. So I need to make sure that I have, and I cannot run it through. My CNC will not be able to plane it, and my uh, plane will not be able to do it either. So I need to make sure that I have that to be able to run it through. Next thing I'm going to be doing right now, I'll let you watch that. And I'm going to be the cutting another piece for the C-130 tails. That are going to be the next thing I'm going to cut after this in CNC. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Okay, put on the vacuum. I gotta clean that because we kind of lost and touched. Okay, that takes care of that. Okay, dry. Have to clean as I go. Seems like I keep forgetting to clean as I go, and there's mess everywhere I go. Where I look, there's a mess. Okay, machine is doing this thing. Okay, let me yeah, bring you in now to this. So I am been working. Look at the take a look at D. Take a look at the okay. Okay, so here we go. Here's this. Goodness gracious. Okay, so let me see. We're gonna bring you up above me. Nope. Nope. Okay. Way I can have you looking basically over my shoulders. Okay, let me go this way. Let me see what's the no. What a mess. Anyway, okay, let me bring you in for this. Here. Okay, so now we're here. Now, the next thing I need to do is I was testing that those block the shavings on that. Okay, anyway, gotta change the blade. Actually, before I do that, let me. I'm going to get the material first and run them through the planer. That way, I know how thick it's going to be. So I bought this Rockler clamps too, and I was initially a little bit like, I think I did a mistake buying them, but because I normally when I do panels, my panels are normally very thin, closer to a quarter of an inch or 3/8, and this is meant for half an inch panels. But I find out that I just kind of jerry rig a little pieces of material, and I was able to make it work. So show you what I did here. Okay. Okay. We got this. So I found that if I put these little pieces here will help me push it down. So that's part of that setup now. Here's my panel. Then put this away. Okay. This is good here. Come on. Come on. Get in there. Get in there. Here we go. Gotta find a place to store them because I'm just throwing them down here for now. Okay, so this is good. Now we're gonna get that block plane that I was talking about and clean that up a little bit. I'm gonna be using the El Cheapo Stanley one because I don't really care about it that much. I pay like 20 bucks used. Maybe I overplayed it. I don't know. You guys tell me. I guess it does what I need to do. It does what I needed to do. Okay, okay, that's good. I think I should use a not this. I should use a chisel plane. Let's see if I can use a chisel plane, which um my rabbit plane can be used as a chisel plane if I can figure out how to do that. So here's the I don't know, that's a thing, man. I feel too loose. Okay, here we go. So this is what I'm talking about. So this is the rabbit plane. I'll take out this front part. Okay. Ooh, so gunky there. And sticking out quite a bit. So maybe retract it a little bit. And I can use it as a chisel. Maybe get a little more in or out, you say. Oh yeah. Oh, it's all good. Yeah, let's take a look at the back sign. Back sign. Should be able to use this. Uh huh. Almost had a full. It's kind of deep, so that's why. The color coming up. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna take this and run it through the plane. Just okay. Bring you over this way. Okay. Nice. Okay. 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 Let me put the tools away. We gotta clean that up first. In that. Okay. So 5 millimeters. Gonna put them together. Put them back together. Here goes. Okay, that's put back together. Okay, that's that. Okay, I'm done with that part. This is almost done here. Okay, let me continue cleaning. Like doing and cleaning, doing and cleaning, doing and cleaning. That's what I've been doing all day. And this, gonna measure the thickness of this material. This is gonna be my lid, the top. Zero it, 7.75. 7.75. So I need to get my dado to about 8 millimeters. So cool thing is this that I can get this will convert. So if I go to 8 millimeters, like 7.75 right there. I lock it. I'm gonna lock it. And then I go change. So 39.28. So let's see what's next. 5/16. Either I get to 5/16 or 11/32s. So this is not it. 5/16 or 11/32s. And then this one will tell me. So 5/16, 11/32. So let's go 11/32. I'm gonna need the lock spacer in pretty much every single one of the shims, along with the two main blades. Okay. So we gotta raise the blade. This could take out the blade. Okay. I am not gonna be using either one of this, but I'm gonna be using these pieces here. Okay. So we're gonna need this. Gonna need one of the lock spacers. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna need there's two of this. Magnetic spacer. Okay, so then it needs trim. It needs the lock spacer, both of the both of the magnetics and both of the thin ones. So I'm gonna need those. So it's gonna be the white ones. We're gonna go like this. There's one. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna put this here and this. And then we're gonna adjust the thing in the center. Put this so, and I'm just gonna do it first. I'm gonna have to do a test cut, and then I will decide to. We gotta do a first. We gotta do a test cut. That's good. Test cut. I'm gonna use. So I'll move this out of the way. Move this out of the way. Okay. Um, piece. I'm gonna test for width. It looks very thick. I don't know. Looks too thick for the one I do. I'm gonna use this piece here. That's good. I'll show you a little bit. It's good there. Close over here. Turn over here. That looks really thick. Yeah, it's too thick. Too much play. So I'm gonna take all the chims out and see what happens. But before I do that, let me go back to the CNC. Okay, so now here in the CNC, I'm gonna switch you. You can see this. Okay, I'm gonna tell it to come to XYZ 0, and then I have the bit here we're gonna be using. We're gonna tell it to raise. Let me get here. Okay. Nice, smart. Yeah. This one. Okay. And now we're just gonna adjust the height. The Z. That's my Australians and Canadians, I think.
British may say it that way too. Anyway, we're gonna move this over a little bit. Again, this down. Cool. Gonna do a Z probe. Good. It's going down. Okay. Let's take this out. This over here. Put this aside so it doesn't get tangled. Put the dust boot on. Close. Turn on the. Let's go get the other file. So we're gonna do monitor. Huh. Now we're gonna disable this, enable this. Okay. Gonna save this two path. Gonna be number 2 today. Save. Gonna go here and load it. So click here. Number 2, perfecto. Select. Yes, that's exactly what I want to do. So I'm gonna tell it to go X, Y to 0. Fan is on. Spindle is on. Okay. Well, that gets done. You gotta go back here and eliminate some chims. So how much? I think all the chims. I left this thing. Maybe okay, so let's see. So we go and take this out. Put that on. Pizza, pizza. Let's go for 5/16 then. But before I do that, I'm gonna take all this like this to get a better reference where we at. So put this in here. That's what I want. That might be too. mm, I'm gonna have to leave a little more. Gonna leave the thicker of the chips.
Something dropped. What did I drop? Okay. Oh, this thing. Okay. That is loud.
Okay.
So let me mark this one so I don't. Not that one. So I'm gonna do another one. Okay. Oh, beautiful. That's it for now. So now let's clean this area here a little bit. Have a mess of my blades. Those on the other side, actually. Okay. I need to put some things away. That way my work area doesn't get too cluttered. So, okay. Okay, now we got these pieces here. And one of these is not like the other. So this one is 53 basically. So we're gonna do the top one. So this is 53. So this is the side I'm gonna be cutting. I'm gonna be cutting that side, and this one should be 53. Yep. So these are the sides I'm gonna be using. I'm gonna be cutting. I'm gonna put a piece of tape because it will be very easy to mess them up. Okay. So this is the side that I want to cut. Well, on the underneath, under of this. Now, how far from the top is one, and how deep? So we're gonna cut it um about that far from the top. Yeah, whatever that is. And then thickness wise, I should have done that before. So where we at here? 11. But what I'm going to try now is this. Because if you go up quite a bit, that is too much. A little higher, a little higher. That's a little too high. I think right there. Now, and we're going to cut it like this. Going to go, now mark it at 11. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's one. And here comes the other one. Now, the next thing is the bottom. And the bottom, I'm going to make it out of plywood. That way it gives a little flexibility and all that. And I have my piece of plywood right here. Not this one. This is not the piece of plywood I'm going to use. It's this one over here. Baltic birch. Plywood. Baltic birch, Baltic birch, Baltic birch, Baltic birch. Uh-huh. So we're going to cut this at 24 by whatever. So I got to cut this at 24. It's a mess here. 23. Okay, 24. Okay, so this is not the ideal blade for this, but I'm just going to use this because I don't want to keep switching blades back and forth. Got to take out some stuff out of here. Okay, okay. There we go. 24. Okay. There you go. Actually, let me reconsider this. It has to be as wide as this. Okay. Okay. So that's that. Okay. Now this is the bottom of the. Oh shoot! I forgot. I need to make those same grooves that I did on the other ones on this one. So let's not get too carried away. Should be about there. I'm gonna bring this to make sure it is the right. Okay. Gotta bring it down. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. That is perfect right there. Now thickness wise, I think it's a little too high. It's too high. Much more flat. Okay. Okay. Now which one is the bottom on this one? The same. No, the top, I should say. Okay. 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 So that this one goes like this, and the second one here. So in this one, it goes like this. Okay. And that's the top. Okay. That takes care of that. Now I gotta change the blade again to do this thickness. This thickness here is six 6 millimeters. So 6 millimeters is almost a quarter. Yeah, 1664. Yeah, will be a quarter. So take this out, and according to this, a quarter of an inch is, I think it's just the two blades. It's it shim um, the thinner of the two magnetic. So I don't know which one is this one. Can't tell. And no spacer in between. Yeah, I don't need the lock spacer. So no lock spacer, no lock spacer, and the magnetic. So good. And that's the one, the thicker of the two. Thicker of the two, thinner of the two. It's the thinner of the two. This one's thicker, this one's thinner. Then this one, not this one. This one stays, this one goes here. Okay? Nope, that's not how it goes. Oh no, there it goes. There it goes. Okay? The tails are almost done, so I can move on to the C30. Okay? Now we're gonna do a quick test. We're gonna do a quick test. Not that one. So I keep the blocks that I cut up. They're perfect for making tests. Okay? Lock the blade. Lock this. Perfect. Okay. Now, okay. Now I gotta set how far from the bottom. So from the bottom, I don't know. I'm gonna do. like a 15. We give us enough. Yeah, about there. Gives a little bit of then how deep? Um, well, it has to be this depth. It's gotta be the same depth here. Okay, so that's it. Now we're gonna run this other end against that, all four pieces. Okay, turn on, turn on, and here we go. Good. The opposite end, the opposite end. Last part. Now next, we're gonna change the blade again to be able to run. Okay, my tail spinach. Let me take those out. See? Yep, they cut through. It's always a main concern because sometimes I don't measure that correctly and it might not cut through. Cleaning here the table so I can bring the material up. Gonna bring you around. So I'm gonna move this out of the way. Okay, that's one. I'm gonna put it aside. Bring the other piece. I can get that set up and show you set up that other cut, which is this is for the C-130 tails. Look at the kind of rain. Looks like it's gonna rain. Um, okay, that's good.
Here we go. I'll take this one out of here. Come on, get in there. There we go. Okay. Now we're gonna tell it to come back to XYZ0. I'm gonna, while that gets done, I'm gonna switch you here so you see what I'm gonna be doing. So now I'm gonna take these two, gonna keep them together. So group them, and we're gonna move them up. That's good. And then I gotta go here to the toolpath, make sure I disable this. I'm gonna create a new, uh, no, uh, let's rename this. This one's gonna be C130. Okay. Let's rename this one here. This is A10. Okay. And then now I'm gonna be working on this one. I'll get rid of this, get rid of all this. Oh, no, that way. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this one over up here. So now I'm gonna do, see why is this is double like that. Anyway, let's do this, this, this. Okay. Why there's two? Can I get rid of one of them? Get rid of that one. Oh no, that's this place there. Let's go to this side. Why there's another one here? I'm giving that. That's okay. That's good. Why is there's two again here? Okay. Where's this one? I'm gonna give you that one. difference between this one and that one? Unless the one goes around the whole thing. What about this? What is this? Can I give you that? Oh, okay. I want to keep that one. Okay. And what about this here? Maybe keep that one. Yeah. But do I keep this one versus this one? Because that one goes to there. Where is it? Okay. That's good. Okay. What about here? What is this? What about this one here? Let's take a look at this here. Can I edit this node? Camera's better. And clean this file. It's a little messy here. What about this? That's one. No, that's the other. So let's go and take this. Nope, confusing. I want to mesh there. Perfect. And then, how many points does that thing have? No dots. Okay. So here, that's better. I take that. Okay. Okay. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna clean. Take this. Okay. So what if I delete that one? What happens? Done. Oh, I still get the shape that I want. Thing is, see, all that gonna get blown out when I. Okay. Let me do it. Okay, that's good. So let's do this. I'm gonna take this shape. Okay, all those shapes need to go together. Okay, now we're gonna go here. We're gonna go to toolpath, and we're gonna set a contour with a 20 degrees V-bit. Select, and we're gonna run this up 400. Gonna run this at 1000. We're gonna go 2.5. We're gonna do this no offset. We're gonna ignore any tabs that there are there. And we're gonna tell it to be okay. Then we're gonna take this one, which is the perimeter one. We're gonna go here. I'm gonna click here. We're gonna run this at 18. We're gonna do this on the outside. We're gonna leave some tabs that are 8 by 3. We're gonna run this at 3, 400, and 1200. Good. And that's it. Okay. We're gonna go back to design and add the tabs. We're gonna put tab, 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 and tab. Where do you want there? Let's put this one right here instead of there. Okay. That takes pretty much all four corners so it doesn't shadow me. Good. Then with that, we're gonna take all of this. We're gonna make it one. We're gonna control V, control paste it. We're gonna move it out of the way. We're gonna rotate it 180. We're gonna done. We're gonna bring it back closer. That was good there. I'll take the two, control C, control V. I'm gonna bring this to closer here. Okay, we're gonna select all. Gonna make sure they are all that way. Okay, now group them, and then we're gonna go here. Nope, that's not what I want to do. I want to go here. I'm gonna center to the material. Perfect, perfect. Good, good, good. With that, we're gonna go back to the toolpath. We're gonna want to disable this one. So we're gonna run this one first, which is the all the shaping. Um, so I gotta change the bit to the 1/8 again, to the 20 degree. Is it raining? Oh, it's been raining. Shoot, it's been sprinkling, sprinkling. Let me move the truck up. Okay, let me just need to move it maybe a couple feet. Let me take this material first out here. Uh, Find the keys to the truck. Let's get the keys for the truck. Keys for the truck. And they are not here. So we gotta go inside. You okay, huh? Here, not here. Where are the keys for the truck? For the truck. For the truck. For the truck. The keys for the truck are not. Well, let's do it one more time in the garage. If not, I just put it in. I'll push it in. But I need to run it a little bit. Hasn't been turned on in a couple days. Not there. Oh, I know where they're at, dummy. I've left them in the car. They're here in the. They're in the hazard switch. So let's turn this on. Hasn't been turned on in like 3 days. This is a 2000, no, not 2000, 1978 Chevrolet LUV truck. This is the one I've been working on the air conditioner. So let's see. Okay, one more time. That's it. Push it in, move it in. Gonna let it run for a little bit. Turn on in a couple days. Gotta clean the inside of the doors and put some insulation. Take off the roof, and maybe you guys see me doing some upholstery. Okay, so now we're gonna call this here file save as. It's gonna be number 3 of the day. Save. Okay, and then we're gonna disable that one, enable the next one, and we're gonna call this number 4 of the day. 4. Okay. So the first file I'm gonna run is number 3. Load file. Number 3. Open. There you go. That's the file. I gotta switch the blade. Oh, not the blade, the bit. I guess it's a blade. It's a cutting edge. It's the tip. It's a bit. It's a bib bit. Okay. Okay. Out. What in? That's a little bit of a struggling a little bit with idle. Not much, but struggling a little bit with idle. So I gotta work on it. I'll do a Z. Okay. Test it. Okay. That's good there. Put this. Okay. Go to XY0 and start. Okay. You're gonna turn off the truck. It's not bad. Let's see. Oh yeah, nice and full. Actually, I'm gonna drive it all the way in because I'll just remember that. Actually, no. Let me move my other car and I park this one in reverse inside the car, the garage, because I gotta change the one of the lights is burnt on the rear end. So let me see why it's not turning on. So I move my other car.
But I can do a quick turn around on this. Drive these. Turn around. Okay. All this what's happening is that my beetle, which since I rebuilt it, has not seen one drop of rain. Well, I take that back. Has not been left outside during the rain. It's been sleeping outside. It's been outside for a couple of days now. So I've been trying to want to get this done. I think it will be another week or so before I get the parts, which are coming from pretty much the other side of the world, coming from Thailand of all places. I got half of the shipment and waiting for the other half. Okay, so this is the light that doesn't work. If I remember right. Okay, that's on, and yeah, the top on the driver's side, left side. That's off. Okay, but let me focus on what I'm gonna do in here. That's getting done. Good. Let's get work on this thing. Okay, so now here, gonna take out this blade, replace it with the regular blade, which I need to buy another one or I get this one clean. I am very impressed with this blades. CMT, very great quality. I think I shipped one with the tooth. Yeah, just gonna buy another one and then we'll worry about getting this one fixed. It's 9:30, 76 degrees inside the shop. Okay, so put the okay. Okay, here we go. Now, what I got here. So these are good. I don't have to mess with this. So the one thing I need to make sure is that this material and this are the same wood, and they're not. I'm gonna have to remove that much material, and that much material is um. So this is how much? 9.64 millimeters. So I'm gonna take out 9 to leave a little wiggle room then. Yeah, 9, maybe 8.5. What about if I do it? Yeah, so we're gonna take 4 millimeters on each side of that material of this of the doors. So we're gonna measure, set it, and then cut the fours out. Okay. 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 So now let's see what is that. Is that 322? So 318, and I gotta do one pass on one side of one, and then the second one is one pass, and then I just gotta make sure I flip them. Okay. So one, okay, and then 4 millimeters from here, 18, 16, 14. So now flip them around. One, and flip it around. No, no, no. So, almost messed it up. Almost messed it up. Okay. So, okay. Now I'm gonna get a little block. That's good. Perfecto. Okay. So now with that, I should be able to put this thing together. So now let's get a few clamps. I need one, two, three, four, and another four. Eight. One, two, three, and four of the longer one, and I need four of the shorter ones. So just close this. One, two, three, four. Okay. glue. Nope, I can't do this stuff yet. Oh man, I'm getting ahead of myself. So now, next thing is, I need to measure the width of this, which is this panel goes in here, and this goes here. It's basically from there to this. What's the measurement of that? How much that measures? 585. 585. 585 is my number. 585 is my number. I gotta cut two things at 585. So first of all, I'm gonna get this side straight. Okay, go like this. Okay, 585, 585. 585 from this side. Okay, so let's test it. Looks good. Okay, and this one goes here, like those. And this thing is taking shape. Look at that. Okay, that's the top. This is the bottom. I just got to cut the panel that goes in here for the bottom. And we got a chest. Okay, so let's take this out. Gonna put this aside over here. Um, yeah, so I gotta take this out. Okay, now this, I'm gonna measure this width. That's how this panel needs to be, how wide this panel needs to be. Oh, the time cut. Okay, and the other number is 285, because that we already cut the 285. So that's a good edge right there. That's a good edge. 585, not 285. 585. 585. So I take it here. Measure 585. 585. That's it right there. 585. 585. Yep. Move this over. Put this aside. Okay, that's good there. Turn on. Okay. And get a 220. 220. Just to do a very light sanding on this thing. Okay. Pum, pum, pum. Pum, pum, pum. Pum, 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 pum. I don't know what it is. The thing. Anyway. Pum, 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 pum. Pum, 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 pum. It's almost done. So let me lower this thing. We're gonna do a little free stain on one side. We're gonna pick. This is gonna be the side that is gonna be seen from the inside, and this is the bottom. I'm not gonna stain the bottom. Ah, so do the free stain first. Oh, actually, I don't know if I'm gonna. Actually, let me reconsider this. Because if I do this, I'm gonna be painting with a water-based, uh, and it might create some other complications. So I'm just gonna paint it black, either black or leave it natural. What do you think? Again, I'm gonna leave it natural. I'm gonna leave it natural, and then I'm just gonna mount it like that. I'm not gonna do anything because I think it's gonna look better if I leave it natural than trying to do a stain. Let's put this box together. So here's the box. There's one side. This is the top. Gotta make sure I got keep my tapes there. And then we're gonna. This is what's gonna be seen from the outside. Okay. Okay. You're not gonna need this. This is the bottom, and this is what's gonna be seen when you open it. Okay. Okay. So this is the top and the bottom. Top and bottom. This is the side. So this is one of the sides. Okay. That's nice there. This is the other side. And it goes like so. And you can slide this puppy like here. That's enough there. That's that. And this is the top. It's gonna go like so. Okay. Right. So let me go. Okay. I'll move it again. Here we go. Ahí está. That's it. Now we're gonna hold it with some clamps. That way I can um, drill the pre-drill the hole. This one, we're gonna put this one here. As close as possible to the top. This one. Oh, yay. There. Oh, okay. Now let's drill some holes. So I think this is done. Yes, this is done. Uh-oh. It's off and off. Now I'm gonna change it to, gonna change the bit to a um 1/8, which is right here. So now try to come home. Not home. I want it to come to XYZ 0, and it lost its place. Actually, I needed to lift that first. Okay, here it goes. Okay, take this out. Okay, now I gotta put this thing here. Talk to you a little bit about the business side of this. So these tails, I sell them, wholesale them to a military outfit here, and I make them. So I buy the material, using the design I cut on them, and then the other thing I do, I paint them into a gray color similar to that of the aircraft. I also put some graphics on them, and the graphics get over them and get clear coated on top of the graphics. So there's quite a bit of work uh, involved on them. And then sometimes they call me back and say, "Hey, can you make this additional whatever changes to them?" And I do 'em. Last week I was doing one that I already gave it to them like a basic design, and they, "Hey, can you put this extra patch on them?" So I did that last week. And start for accuracy. Okay, and start. You're gonna keep. That's good. One, two. Okay, so I'm gonna be drilling the hole. So where's my? Here we go. So now, few things that I need to take in consideration here. So from the bottom of this here, about 3/8 of an inch, it's where um the channel is for this panel. So let's mark that. Okay, then um this other panel here, it's it goes to about there. Okay, so I have to loosen up this. Okay, so here, so so here's my mark. Here's where this ends. So somewhere in between those two, I need to cut, and that is that distance, whatever that is. It's 1 and 1/16. So I'm gonna cut 1 inch from the top. That's where I'm gonna cut. But then that also is gonna tell me where I need to put the screws. Ouch. Okay, so let me reattach this. So now let me mark that as okay. For this side, I gotta cut it here. Now I gotta put a screw somewhere in between here. Um, and taking in consideration that this is where it ends, has to be basically right here. It's gonna be 3/4 of an inch from the edge. That's where it's gonna go. 3/4 from the top edge. That's where my screw's gonna go. Now on the bottom, it's a little different because I have that. That's where it starts. It ends over here. What's about there? It's gonna say 1 and 1/8 of an inch from the bottom. And then now thickness wise, this is 3/4 or 3/8. At the 3/8 mark, that's where I need to. So that's it, right there. Right there, right there. So that's a, now also down here I need to put another screw, but that's okay. I can do that pretty much anywhere. And it can be, as long as I clear that, call it 1.5, 1.5 from the edge, from the top. That's my second screw that hold the bar, and then again 3/8 and 3/8. Okay, that's all the screws are gonna need to drill. So let's start here. Okay. Mhm. Turn around. Okay, that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what I need on one side. Let's glue it. Put the screws, then flip it around. So loosen this up. Loosen this. Okay. Loosen this one a little bit. Okay. There's my cut line right there. Between those two. Anyway, so let's get glue. My goodness, it's already 10. It's already 10. So we're gonna put glue. Out, ouch, ouch, ouch. There we go. That's it. It's in. Okay, gonna put this. Okay, so ouch. I need to get chamfering bit, chamfering bit, chamfering bit. Man, that thing is loud. Oh, here we go. So chamfering bit. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay, so we're gonna do this again on this side. Okay, so 3 octavos from the edge. Okay, so that's good. Now, next thing is, can't remember what was the other measurements. Tell me. Okay, so now, was it 3/4 from the edge? Yeah, 3/4. 3/4, 3/4. That's for the top. And then for the bottom, 1.5. 1.5. Okay, and then this one was how much from the top? One and 1/8. 1 and 1/8. 1 and 1/8 from the bottom. Okay, so put it on his side. 1 and 1/8 from this side. Okay, so we're gonna run this again. Getting close. Okay, 10, 20, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we gotta undo this, put it here, undo this, and put it here. Loosen up this, just enough, just enough. Okay, and now left, and now we can do the glue. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna put this. Okay, 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 okay. That's it. Little wax. So the screws goes in smooth. Well, before I do that, let me tighten up this here. Let me tighten this up. Let me tighten this. Little wax to make sure it glides in with each screw. A little bit of wax. Okay, now we're gonna rotate it and do the other side. Oh, okay, here we go. I think that's good. Now we gotta let it dry. I need to go to Ace Hardware and buy the hinges. That's for sure. I need to do that here soon. Um, maybe later today. I don't know if I'm gonna do that today. I should be at that point today. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me take a look at something here really quick. Say that.
So, yeah, but what's my tracking information? Where is my tracking information there? Okay, so this is done. Unsubscribe and get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Turn off and turn on. Just nice. Okay. Okay. So now that's drying. And what's next? What am next to do? What's the next thing I need to do? I need to do a clear coat on that and clear coat on that other piece. So see if I can do that here in the truck. Use my truck as a rack. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Let it dry here. Okay. That's we'll get dry.
We're gonna let go of the truck a little bit forward. Not much, just a little bit forward. So it's easier to have some room. Okay, that's that. Got a rag. Cleaning over here. Gonna order a bucket of the bed liner paint. Oh, you guys are not seeing what I'm doing. I'm cleaning the bed of my truck, or drying it a little bit because I'm gonna use it to as a rag to paint. But also, I'm thinking that I started, I did a little bit of a what do you call it, like a bed liner coating or whatever that's called, and I ran out of the paint, so I need to buy some. I'm just thinking about need to add that to my shopping list. And since I'm here, let me do the the light. So let's do that first. Let's do the light. Bring you in. Bring you in. Ouch. So this light over here, this light over here for the truck. This light is not turning on. That light is not turning on. So I need to um see what's going on. So I don't have any running light on the top one. Let me check again. That's it. Yeah, no light here, but light on the other side. Yeah. Okay. Let's take this out. Got a bunch of screws. Yeah. The way they build these lenses back in the day, it's pretty cool. Each one of these colors is a separate section. So if you had an accident or one of the sections broke, you didn't have to replace the whole thing. Just replace the section that broke, which is amazing compared to how difficult they make it nowadays for for a car to replace the lights and how much they cost. It looked like they were actually trying to make it easy and cheaper for the owner to replace the parts and don't have to spend like a zillion dollars on a stupid lens for a light. See, not the most.
There you go. There's the light. It's not. It's gunky. The light looks like it could be working. It's not. Doesn't look busted. I don't know. Maybe it's just not making good contact. It's gunky. Let me get a brush. See how can I clean that up a little bit. Got the wire brush. Clean the contacts on the side. Stick this in a little bit. I don't know how much this will do. But it's gunky in there. It is very gunky in there. So let's put back the bulb. See how that works. We'll see. Is that in? Oh, see, I think it's just gunky. This is on. I'm gonna get the blinkers and see some there. Got blinkers. The other side blinkers. Yep. And then that's it. Okay. So it's just gunky. Gonna take it out again. Gonna use this to clean it even better. It's clean now. Gonna see if we can put a little bit of this in there. Maybe use a different screwdriver. Just use a flat. Okay. Put this puppy back in. Okay. Let's make sure it makes contact. Like a light. So, so let's put back the cover. Okay. So put this back. Nope. Wrong tip. Wrong tip. Okay, let's get this thing in place. I think my headphones just disconnected. Mm-mm. Well, let me see. What can I do to make this better? Because it's not grabbing. Okay, so now I need to introduce a little bit of something in there. Okay. Yep. Oh, I thought that my headphones are disconnected. Okay. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Put like a very thin sliver of plastic or something so it catches. What can I do? What can I do? Very thin piece of material. We're gonna use this thing here. That might work. Maybe. Hmm. This one is even softer. This material here. And I have this here. This is exactly what we're gonna need. What exactly we're gonna use. So, okay. Mhm. This, I'm gonna need a piece of, I'm gonna need a pliers first. Some pliers to hold it. And I'm gonna use my super thin, extra thin CA2 CA glue. And what's that? I gotta find my, my needle nose pliers right here. Needle nose pliers on hand. CA2 glue on the other. Gonna smash it so it's nice and thin. Okay, so I've got this. Okay, super thin, super messy. It's like jelly. Gonna grab this, go like so. Okay, I'm gonna put this down. Gonna stick it in there. I'm gonna use something to push it down, something like this. Push it down. Okay, I'm not gonna. Yeah. Okay, so let me get the accelerator, and that would see if we can get this thing. Okay, clean up. Okay, that's it. We're done here. Next thing is set up for clear coatings. So next setup for clear coatings. Put this away. I have this here. And okay, hold on. And then I put this on top of it. Okay, so this is what this one I'm working on. This one I'm working with right here. Okay, so next is what I'm gonna do clear coat. Um, First piece I'm gonna do clear coat is this one here, which already has one coat. Let me get a different rag. get a different rag. Okay. Need to buy a pack of the blue rags. So that's one. The other one is this one. Before I do that, let me take it here and get it dust off with. Man, it's been raining all morning. Ah, it's raining a little more now. Okay, so now next I need to erase these marks from here. Get an eraser. It's raining more and more and more and more. Okay. And the only reason I can do this paint is because it's water based. So it's humid already. It's not like with the oil paints that the humidity will affect it more. With water based, no, it's already humid water. Okay, so that's one side. Oopsie. Okay, so let me clean this up a little bit. Let's get some glue beads here. Yeah, that's all good. That's everything else is good. So we're gonna do the back side first. This one here. Gonna do the back side. We're gonna do this. Oh, that is. Needs to sand that there with a 400. Oh man, look at every turn I find something else that needs to be fixed. Yeah. Am I gonna ever get this thing done? Okay, let me get this out of the way. Okay.
Now, let's put the 400. Okay. You guys don't care about seeing what I'm doing. I'm just sanding. Sanding is not that exciting. Here we go. Here we go. Let's sand this. Okay. So we're just gonna do a quick dust off and move on. So I can do the clear coating. Here's my gun. Harbor Freight Special. Works like a champ. Okay. And just remove the dust. Cool. Let it dry. Meanwhile, I'm gonna prep the mix. Okay. So this is a water-based clear coat. Um, I'm trying to get this down. The lid. The lid. What else I need? What else I need? Water. I need water. Sorry. Jeez. Okay. Okay. Sign up for one thing, and then you get gazillion emails about the one thing. So I'm trying to get rid of some of those emails. Okay. What is this? Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, I got my thing here. I just need to get my water. I'm gonna make a little mix. And what I've been using is measuring measuring spoon. My wife's one. She doesn't know what she got. So it's raining. Okay. What else? What else? I know I have one here. I just can't find it. I used it a couple days back. No, man. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it by eye. By eye. Oh, right here. Yeah. Okay. So I have where I they bring you in this way. Okay. So we're gonna use. Hmm, I'll say five, maybe six. Oh, one, two, three, four, five, more than that. Six, seven, eight, nine, and 10. Then now I gotta add water. Water, it's right here. What I'm gonna add is 1 full spoon, which will make it about 10%. And then all the phone cleaning. Okay, that's a lot of phone. Okay, I should have done this before. Man, this neighborhood is busy. Cars. That didn't help. Okay. Okay. That takes care of that. Let's go back here. Get the hose. So the pressure is already set to 50, which is the maximum I can use with this um, air sprayer. Perfect. So how are we gonna do this? We're gonna put this right here. I don't know. Did I lose audio again? Did I lose audio? No, I didn't lose audio. Okay, so here we go. Let's do this. So I got a little stick here to steer it. I don't have a means to strain it, so it's gonna have to go this way. Okay, okay, there's that. Maybe you want to see my rear end, but you're gonna have to. No options here, but wait, my filter, the filter. Yeah, wait, here's the filter. Okay, here we go. Quick test here. Perfect. So here we go. It's clogged. Why is not? Oh, you gotta be kidding me, bro.
Oh, I'll tell you, man. It's a backlog. Oh, Gloria a Jehová. Like clogged, like heavily clogged. I thought I cleaned it properly last time. Oh, here's a. I don't know if this will do, but I think I got it. I think. Hopefully, be better. Okay. So use one of those pens. Use a pen, a pin, and to kind of clear the back of it. Here you go. That's it. Let's get this spraying out. Okay, I'm gonna get back with you here in a bit. Okay, let's try this again. It's a little bit too much, maybe. Okay, we're gonna work with this. Beautiful. Now I'm gonna take this and move it aside so I can continue working with the other items. Okay, here we go. Okay, rotate.
Hmm. How much spray I have? Oh, quite a bit. Okay. I'm gonna leave it rest here for a few minutes, and I come back and do a second coat. Okay. One second now. It's 11:30 and it started to rain even harder now. Okay. Give it a few minutes here for it to dry and then come back with a second coat. In the meantime, I'm gonna take a break. I'll take a break. Yeah, I'm gonna take a break. Get myself my water bottle all set up. Okay. Let me do something because this is gonna get busted. These are the glasses for this truck, and I don't want to get damaged. Okay. That's good. See what's going on here. I need to move this. I need to move the truck back a little bit. I need to move the truck back a little. So I need to move it a lot. I'm gonna have to move it enough to close the garage door. Garage door needs to be closed. It's raining too much here. Hopefully I can do this without making a mess. Oh, that was close. Can I let it go forward a little bit? Yeah, I can let it go forward about a foot. Okay, okay, that's good. That's good. I'm gonna close the garage. There's not a lot of wind, but click on the wrong thing.
but it's getting wet inside the garage. I think I'm gonna stop right here. I'll start streaming after I have lunch. Gonna eat something. That's gonna be my break. And stop.